Marriage. Why is marriage more beneficial to a woman? Now, I'm not just talking in today's society, I'm talking historically. Why was marriage employed? We know it as matrimony. That's a Roman term. Well, it's derived from a Roman term. Why is marriage essentially, in a way, female worship? Why are we enslaved by it? Well, this one can be summed up fairly quickly. Within the confines of quote unquote traditional marriage, the man goes out and earns. He provides for the woman. He puts a roof over her head, food in her belly. Now, that's only just the very beginning. Marriage is also a retirement plan. You see, the man goes out and works and provides to be able to have access to her reproductive system, so that way he can have children and an heir. The woman essentially sells herself for the fruits of his excess labor. So essentially, she's a whore. He's paying for it. And as a result of paying for it, he is paying for that child, which would make that child his, which would essentially make her cooter his. Okay, it's a trade. We understand this. This is why in ancient societies, when a woman would go out and cheat, it was a huge issue. This is why originally rape was treated in the courts as theft, because the rapist was essentially stealing access from the husband. Well, that covers that part. Now, here's for the rest. This is why it's a retirement plan. See, a woman's value is derived from her reproductive capacity. That's where the majority of her value historically, and this is going back 50, 100,000 years, that's where her value to the species lies. Well, that value only lasts so long. After that, she's not able to have children anymore. So without marriage, what would happen is that the men would go out and find a younger woman who still had the ability to produce children. Marriage, well, specifically matrimony, put a stop to most of that. It took that advantage of the use of excess or surplus material wealth out of the equation, because with matrimony you're stuck. So as soon as she's done being able to have children, you're still stuck with her. You're still producing essentially as much, and it tapers off as you get older. But all that surplus gets stored up, and it accumulates year after year. So, and as we know, men died a bit younger than women. So uh, after her use as a way to procreate is over, marriage is the insurance policy, the uh, retirement policy, tying his labor, his wealth to her. You see how this works? Marriage has always benefited women. Well, matrimony, anyways. Its very existence was as a result of women being tired of being dumped off and replaced. I just wanted to get this point that their value starts high. Let's say on a scale, it starts at a 10. Man's value starts at a 2. As they get older, he's able to acquire more and more wealth in the form of material goods or food supplies. As they get older, her value keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. In certain communities, this is referred to as the wall. A man doesn't have that problem. But the next time you have a friend or someone who's thinking of getting married, explain to him that marriage is a retirement plan for the woman. That he is then essentially responsible for her upkeep and well-being, essentially until the time of his death. Well, I just wanted to get that part cleared up.